Good evening. Welcome to the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for this evening, October 6th, 2016. First order of business will be welcoming our newest member, Mr. Mike Cooper. Welcome to the commission. We
Thank you.
Appreciate you for serving the community. First order of business after that will be our public hearings, and we do not have any for this evening. Is that correct? So we'll open up Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for tonight, and the first order of business will be the minutes from the August 4th, 2016 meeting.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Mrs. Scott, second by Mr. Schwab, to approve the minutes as submitted. Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote.
Mr. Cullum,
Abstain, I was absent.
Mrs. Scott,
Yes.
Mr. Barton,
Yes.
Mr. Schwab,
Yes.
Mr. Durbin,
Yes.
Mr. Gerloff is absent, Mrs. Blondin,
Yes.
Mr. Cooper,
Yes.
Mr. Costello is absent, and Mr. Deach is absent.
We have 6 yeses, 1 abstention, and 3 absent. So that motion passes. So tonight we'll start with WCFA Mud Run Truck and Tractor Pull Special Events Permit number 22. Jack?
Yeah, this is a special event permit application approval request, SEP 22, for a mud run truck and tractor pool on September 16th, 2016. Paul Allenby, care of the Warren County Fair Board, submitted a special event permit application approval request for a mud run and truck and tractor pool to be held at the Warren County Fairgrounds on October 22nd, 2016. City staff, including myself, Public Works Director, and Chief of Police, have reviewed the application for the special event permit -22 and have no additional comments or concerns. And the proposed activities included, and this should not have any negative effects on the safety and general welfare of the public and our surrounding residential neighborhoods. And Mr. Owenby's here if you have any specific questions.
They just did a mud run out there, didn't they?
This spring, the school did, yeah.
And is this setup basically the
It's
same?
identical.
Paul, would you mind
Oh, sorry.
getting up? Make John happy.
This was his main.
Yeah.
This spring was the first time we put that mud track back in the motocross area, so that was the first event we had, and nothing's been changed. It's identical the same way we built that one. That one was pretty well a success, and we don't want to keep moving dirt, so we left it in the same spot, and we'll just do one this fall, try to end the year out.
Okay, so it's basically the same setup as the one that they,
Yeah, the same, the fence will be the same. There's no changes in it whatsoever.
okay.
This is when I miss Mr. Dickey.
Yeah.
On the games. In honor of him, we'll,
You want to ask more questions?
we just have to ask a couple. We just have to ask a couple of questions because this was his.
And where are
this
the
was his
fairgrounds
baby.
located? Are they still in the same place?
This was his baby, so. But he was good on that and kept you guys on your toes,
Oh, yeah.
and you were very good to work with him. So,
Okay.
anybody else have any questions for Mr. Omby tonight? Entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept.
Second. Oh, go ahead.
I second in honor of Ron Dickey.
We have a motion by Mr. Durbin, second by Mr. Schwab to approve the mud run truck and tractor pull permit tonight. Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote.
Mr. Cullum,
Yes.
Mrs. Scott,
Yes.
Mr. Barton,
Yes.
Mr. Schwab,
Yes.
Mr. Durbin,
Yes.
Mrs. Blondin,
Yes.
Mr. Cooper,
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0 with 3 absent. Thank you, Mr. Omby.
Thank you.
Next will be the adoption of resolution number 320, the Warrenton Comprehensive Plan 2016. Mr. Hamp, you want to bring us up to speed on that, where we're stand on that?
Yeah, this was already presented to P&Z on August the 4th. It was approved by a vote of 8-0 with 1 absent and 1 vacancy. And then it was presented to the Board of Aldermen at the September 20th Board of Aldermen meeting. And it was approved by the Board of Aldermen with a 5-1 vote with 1 absent. And in speaking with the City Attorney Graville, he explained that technically for the comprehensive plan, it's the Planning and Zoning Commission that makes the final approval. So that's why the resolution was brought back to you instead of the Board of Aldermen.
Okay.
I was wondering about that.
was
If
too.
they had already passed it, why are we even looking at it again?
And I asked because of all things, this seems so important
Right.
that the board don't make the final approval that you guys do, so that's sort of unique.
Yep, well, I think there were a lot of, that was a long process and there was a lot of input into it from both boards.
Oh, absolutely. There was a lot of work
Other
involved.
people, but, yeah. So,
But to make it officially legal,
So we just have to vote on it again.
you just approve the resolution, yeah.
So, any other questions? Entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion, we accept.
Second?
We have a motion by Mr. Durbin, seconded by Mrs. Scott for the reading and passage of resolution number 320.
A resolution adopting an amendment to the comprehensive land use plan for the city of Warrenton, Missouri.
Roll call vote?
Mrs. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Barton?
Yes?
Mr. Schwab?
Yes.
Mr. Durbin?
Yes.
Mrs. Blondin?
Yes.
Mr. Cooper?
Yes.
And Mr. Cullen.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0 with 3 absent. We'll close the meeting and turn it back over to Mr. Ham for any report.
Emos has come along,
Looks
they
like
got
it.
their footing in. Turned in plans for the interior finish, so hopefully they'll start shelling that shortly. We just received plans for a big renovation inside Walmart. Redoing some of the food area, the coolers and that, so they're gonna be working on that. A lot of work, so that's pretty exciting.
Has there been any, I've actually had 3 different people ask now about permanent fireworks building or something of that effect here in Warrenton?
I've not
Anything?
received any applications for one.
Okay. I didn't know if that was just hearsay or if it was something that was actually in the works.
But hopefully it'll come through.
Yeah.
Hopefully the rumor will be true.
Anybody else have any comments or questions for the good of the group tonight?
Any other businesses come in or heard about it or anything?
I haven't had any other applications submitted.
Yeah, I haven't heard too many rumors or anything.
You got plenty of rumors, but.
All right, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Mrs. Scott, seconded by
I second the motion.
Mr. Schwab. All in favor, say aye.
Do all the work.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you for coming out.